An $820 million empire is crumbling, hit with the feds' 5 nastiest charges of racketeering conspiracy to SX trafficking, transportation for prostitution from hip-hop king to the feds, dragging him into the spotlight. This case is shaking up way more social issues than I thought, with the first trial dropping details that have got half of Hollywood sweating buckets. I've been digging through court docs, news articles, and every corner of Twitter to bring you the realest take, not missing a single drop of tea. You ready? Let's dive in. Diddy's staring down 5 federal charges that could lock him up till his hair's white like Santa Claus. First up, racketeering conspiracy, a standalone RICO charge, like some mafia boss running a crime empire through Bad Boy and Ciroc, which could land Diddy life in prison if prosecutors prove he was the shot caller. Under RICO rules, prosecutors just need to show Diddy planned or did 2 racketeering acts, like trafficking or arson, to nail him on RICO. No direct link to other charges required. Next, 2 counts of SX trafficking by force. Prosecutors say Diddy used cash, clout, drugs like ketamine, and violence like dangling people off balconies to force women and escorts into these super twisted freak-offs, each carrying a minimum of 15 years, max life. Finally, 2 counts of transporting people for PRN, moving victims across state lines for SX parties, each up to 7 years. Prosecutors also dropped evidence that Diddy ran a criminal enterprise for decades. They claim his fancy businesses, Bad Boy Records, Sean John Clothing, Ciroc Vodka, were just fronts for shady dealings. According to the indictment, says Diddy abused, threatened, and coerced women to satisfy his desires, hush-hushing it with bribes or even blackmail videos.
And the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical appearance.
Gives me chills just hearing it. But Diddy's team is screaming not guilty louder than a TikTok influencer's drama. Lawyer Mark Agnifilo told the court Diddy's just a party-hard player, and everything was consensual, y'all.
You know, this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
They even tried to dismiss that 2016 video of Diddy beating ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, claiming it was edited and calling their relationship toxic. But CNN clapped back, confirming the video's legit.
CNN never altered the video and did not destroy the original copy of the footage, which was retained by the source. CNN aired the story about the video several months before Combs was arrested.
And the judge greenlit it as evidence. Y'all, this video is wild. Diddy's punching, kicking, dragging Cassie down a hotel hallway like it's an action flick.
And tries to drag her back up the hallway.
He posted an apology vid on Instagram, but then deleted it like it never happened. Too late, bro. The internet's out here making memes like Diddy apologized and dipped, and I'm like, facts. Prosecutors are sitting on a mountain of evidence. Financial records, emails, texts, testimony from over 50 witnesses, plus flight logs detailed enough for a spy movie. Under RICO rules, Diddy's empire was a front for crimes like trafficking, forced labor, and throwing parties that make you want to pass out just hearing about them. They seized over 100 devices. Phones, laptops, hard drives, OMG enough to open a tech store. Want to know the creepiest part? These things called freak-offs.
The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines. Combs allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs.
Prosecutors say these were multi-day SX parties, loaded with drugs like ketamine, ecstasy, GHB, where Diddy forced women to perform with escorts while he watched and filmed. That terrible. Some victims needed IV drips to recover. I got goosebumps hearing this, y'all. And get this. During raids on Diddy's Miami and LA mansions, prosecutors found 1,000 bottles of baby oil and a ton of lube.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
The internet's losing it, with memes like Diddy opening a lube supermarket or baby oil's the new drama icon. But real talk, thinking about what that stuff was used for gives me chills to the bone. Diddy's side is pushing back, insisting it was all consensual.
Huh? I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything. I don't know where the number 1,000 came. And, you know, this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
They're demanding prosecutors release 9 freak-off videos claiming they'll prove adults were just having fun. No big deal. That's a bold move, but with the Cassie beating video and a line of witnesses ready to spill, it's like trying to bail out a sinking ship with a teaspoon. Bet his legal team's sweating bullets because this evidence is stacked like a mountain. No joke. Diddy was the king of hip-hop. No one can deny that. Bad Boy Records birthed legends like Notorious B.I.G., Mary J. Blige, Usher, shaping a whole music era. Those Hamptons white parties, pure glitz, only VIPs and A-listers got to sip Ciroc at his shindigs. But now, Diddy's legacy is crashing hard. Forbes says his net worth plummeted from $820 million to about $400 million after selling De Leon tequila shares and getting dropped by Ciroc and Revolt TV. His music? Nobody dares play it anymore. His label? A ticking time bomb. Even his kids, Christian, Justin, Quincy, are getting dragged into lawsuits and drama, poor things. The whole entertainment industry's dodging Diddy like he's contagious. Jay-Z lucked out dodging a joint lawsuit, Usher's quiet like they never met, and Justin Bieber's probably lighting candles, thanking his stars he's not too deep in this. The Combs case is a wake-up call for Hollywood, shining a light on power abuse in the industry where big stars allegedly use fame, money, and clout to coerce victims. But let's be real, no matter how much power you abuse, nobody's untouchable. Look at R. Kelly getting 31 years or NXIVM's Keith Raniere with 120. I'm telling you, the industry's due for a major cleanup. Maybe soon, celeb parties will require background check forms at the door. Who knows? Real talk, this case has the whole industry shook. From labels to sponsors, everyone's scared of catching strays. Let's get serious for a sec, because this isn't just tea to sip. The social impact is huge, like the Me Too movement on steroids. Cassie Ventura's 2023 lawsuit opened the floodgates for over 70 civil suits accusing Diddy of everything from RP to assault to extortion. Prosecutors say his victims, men and women, were lured with promises of fame, then trapped in a cycle of threats, drugs, and violence. Some were threatened with being tossed off balconies, others blackmailed with secretly recorded videos. Reading this broke my heart. It's not just pain, it's lifelong mental scars. If convicted, Diddy's looking at least 15 years, maybe life, plus losing everything since RICO lets them seize all his assets. Is that justice? Kinda, but no sentence can undo the victim's pain. Those drugged, coerced, or beaten like Cassie in that 2016 video, they're living with that trauma forever. Cassie settled her lawsuit in a day, which shows how hard it is for victims to speak out publicly, especially with the world watching. On Twitter, fans are split. One side says, Diddy's being witch hunted, a victim of a system targeting powerful black men.
He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer. We're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial.
The other says he deserves punishment for his awful actions. I think whoever Diddy is, justice has to put victims first. This case is forcing society to rethink how the industry enables power abuse, and I hope it paves the way for more victims to speak up. OMG, this drama is a full-on circus, from baby oil mansions to a trial shaking up Hollywood. Will Diddy skate free, or is his legacy toast? Bet y'all are dying to know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who you siding with, Diddy or justice? If you're hooked on the tea like me, Smash that like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next vid. Peace out, fam. 2 thumbs up.